Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Season 2, Episode 5. First thing as always, thank you to those of you that have subscribed to my channel. If you are new, names will go up over here. And thank you to those of you that have been following and supporting me on the forum. Recognition goes up over here. Now, before I begin, there are 3 things I want to cover. The first thing is I want to thank every single subscriber that has subscribed to my channel. I've managed to get over my target of halfway. Obviously, I want to get to my main target, hopefully by the end of this year. If you haven't seen what that is, check out my first video of this series. Really appreciate that. The second thing I want to mention is I recently purchased 2 items. Sadly, they're not here, so fingers crossed they will be here soon, and then I can put them on my channel. And the third and final thing is, last week when I did my video, if you haven't seen it, check it out, it was actually snowing in the UK. So what I did was, as you see, I was wearing all this, including my combat boots. I took this out to test it in the snow, because we don't often get that in the UK, depending on where you live. So I took this out. Obviously I didn't crawl around, roll around, or shoot in the public, because that's a big no-no. Obviously in the backyard you can do that, yes, being sensible. So this actually did a great job. I got 2 videos and 1 picture, and yeah, hopefully at some point in this series, at a later date, I will do a review of this, and yeah, I highly recommend it. Other than that, let's get into this video today. So, what's going to happen is, I'm going to carry on pretty much from my last video. If you haven't seen that, check it out. So what's going to happen is, yes? The General's got a message from me? Surprise, surprise. Okay, what is it? Well, come on, read it out. I haven't got all day. The General wants me to go over some products. What products? That's me on this side. What, all this? Yes. He wants me to pick them all up. Okay. What else does he say? He says he wants me to go over all these holsters. Really? Yes? Okay. And he also says, if I don't do it, he's going to go into General Shepherd mode. What's that? Good. That's one less loose end. Well, that's not going to happen in my video, not on my watch. Before I start, I want to clarify a few things. This video is aimed mainly at beginners, but if you've been playing for a long time and are interested possibly in some of these holsters, feel free to watch. And again, some of you might even relate to my experiences. Again, this is my own opinion and experiences so far with my holsters. I have a variety that I picked up over the years. Some of them I have used, some of them I haven't, because I haven't been able to yet. And I've had good experiences and I've had some bad experiences. So again, this is my own honest opinion with you, the viewers. Now, I highly recommend for beginners, first of all, if you bought your pistol, that's great, or pistols. I highly recommend if you're taking them into a CQB site, or a woodland site, you might want to consider one of these. This is a pistol lanyard. They're easy enough, cheap enough, and again, you can get these in a variety of colours. Same with holsters, again, depending on brands, makes, sizes, they all come in a variety. Sometimes you can get them in camo patterns, or tactical black, or any other colour, like olive, tan, you name it. So when it comes down to choosing your holster, you can choose the colour, the size, where you want it to go. But here are the most important things when it comes to choosing a good holster, okay? First of all, most of these I bought off Amazon or eBay, the odd one from a surplus shop. You also want to consider how reliable they are. At the end of the day, when it comes to playing Airsoft, you want your gear to be functioning and reliable. The last thing you want is a holster that keeps flapping all over the place, or is not secured properly, or it just keeps getting in your way. You don't want that, okay? So when it comes to choosing your holster, whichever that may be, okay, you can get them in different positions, like I said, different makes. Make sure they are suitable for you. So if you need to adjust them, okay, do that, okay? You may not get it perfect, but it's going to be a lot better than what it once was, but that's where it's going to be coming down to preference. Now, If you've been watching your favourite TV series, your films, your games, whatever, you might have a particular character, good or bad, who wears a certain holster and you think, oh yeah, that's cool, I want that. Fair enough, try it out. But what you might find is, after a while, you're like, oh wow, it's not as good as I thought it was. I need to look again. And like I said, I bought a variety of holsters because I was planning to go with something that I thought was cool, going to be reliable, but in the end turned out to be a complete and utter flop. So when it comes down to your own preference, again, be sensible with your money. Okay, if you're on a budget or you've got the money, fair enough. There's a lot of brands, models out there. Again, consider it carefully. And yeah, honestly, what's going to happen is in my next part, okay, I'm going to clarify everything that I have, okay? So the second one is probably going to be the most important part, so let's get into that. Second, placement. What do I mean by that? Well, when you get your pistol and your holster, you want it in a comfortable place where you know it's secure, where you know it's not going to fall out, you lose it, and it's not going to keep constantly hitting you. So here are a few things to consider. Now, there are 5 things that I can think of. If there are more, feel free to put your answers in the comments down below. Okay, so the first thing you'll see a lot of is chest rigs, tactical vests, or plate carriers of some description. They always have an option for a pistol holster nowadays. You can even put one on the back if it allows you to. Again, it's preference at the end of the day. So that's the first thing. The second thing is the shoulder holster. The third thing is just a simple belt holster. The fourth option is leg holsters. And the fifth one, which I've never seen, is an ankle holster for your pistol, or 2 if you want to. Now, I've never seen an airsoft player use one, but if you know a player that does, or you are a player that uses ankle holsters, feel free to put your answers in the comments down below and tell me about your experience, because that would be quite interesting to hear about. So what's going to happen is now I am going to go over all these holsters that I have and give you my general experience of them and my opinions. Again, like I said, some of these I have used, some of these I haven't. Okay, so just me being honest, let's get into it. So this is my first shoulder holster. It hasn't had the best experience. So you've got a 2-button closure here. You can attach this to your belt or whatever you're planning to run on the day. You've got 2 mag pouches over here. Fits a Glock easily enough. Fits an M1911. You possibly could get 2 mags in there. Again, that's preference. So if I pull this out, if you notice the lanyard, if I had this on the day, I wouldn't have lost this pistol because this is actually my second version, okay, at a site that I don't go to anymore. So consider that, beginners. Also, being an M1911, it's slimmer, so in this one it does move around a little bit. Again, you can adjust the Velcro, but again, it's not always going to be perfect. Again, depends, preference. The Glock, again, fits in nicely, and very little wobble. And again, where's my pistol lanyard? You can attach this to the polymer grip of a Glock. Now, mine is slightly broken, but somehow still secures it. But if I full on tug on that, it will break it. So again, pull out, can use with both hands. So I'm gonna take this off. Don't know if you can see it, but there is a little crack there, so just bear that in mind, especially for Glock grips. Preference again. You saw it earlier, General Shepherd. You have to make sure there is a gap there for the barrel. Again, now this is heavier than the M1911, so just bear that in mind. Would I recommend this for the revolver? No, because it's too heavy. Even if I had that strapped in, again, you've got to adjust it, because even there, it's just come undone. And you can't, just bear this in mind, for the King Arms revolver, the 6-inch version, or any of those revolvers for that matter, there's nowhere to attach this. So if you're planning to use this, I highly recommend don't go with this unless you've got some attachment or some area to put on the revolver to secure it. You can use it with both hands again. Other than that, I haven't had the best experience with this, but I will give it another try when the sites reopen, fingers crossed, hopefully soon. Let's move on to the next one. My second shoulder holster, as you can see, it is different. It's not for the right-handed, it's actually for the left-handed. And again, it is different. You can get both if you want to, that's preference. If you look carefully, different design. 2-button closure. I had to cut down the fabric a little bit so I could get my pistols in. It comes with 1 mag pouch. So already I like this one better for the simple reason is it's a vertical holster. Simple enough. Secure. And if I'm moving around, again, you have to adjust these on your belt whichever one you're running on the day. Again, modify it so it's comfortable, not too loose. Now, I like this one better than the first for the simple reason is it's a vertical holster, whereas the other one you have to pull out, which is not a bad thing, but with the weight and everything, it tends to drop more, so naturally that's why I'm more concerned the pistol falling out. Here, obviously unless you're running crazy or doing just crazy things, it has to come out like so. Draw it here, the mag, and switch sides, good to go. Same for the Glock. So, fits a Glock mag easily enough. Should fit other mags, but again, don't hold me to it. It should do. Again, goes up to the first button. Here we go. Again, I'm just holding onto the Velcro for now. So, draw like so. Get your mag. And switch again. Easy enough. Lastly, the revolver. This is definitely the best choice for a revolver in my opinion. Okay, simple reason again, the weight on the last one dropped and as you can see came out. This one, okay, simple enough, so you can put a mag in here for the others if you want to on the day, it's your choice. So simply draw and you're good to go. Again, just bear in mind because this is heavier, again you've got to secure it. And that's it for my second holster. This is my third holster, it's on my tactical vest. The last two items, I do apologise, were bought off eBay. So was this for 20 quid. This is not the best one, I'm not going to lie. So the quality, the stitching, the fabric, the Velcro, pretty much on the main areas that you want them to work, are pretty useless. And I wouldn't trust them. Including the holster, which I had to modify myself. So if you look carefully from this angle, not fully loaded. But again, you can see, the longer the barrel, the heavier it sticks out. So again, even the clip, drawing out. Not the easiest, so you've got to bear that in mind. Now, moving on. Now, because I've got the Glock and the M1911, they're slimmer, so it's easier. However, because of this modification that I've done for the revolver, you'll see now, there will be some slight movement, which you don't want. Again, hopefully you can see that. Again, the clip, draw it out, get the Velcro, mag, switch, it's easier. Again, lastly, the Glock. There we go. Again, you can see some movement, side angle. Again, the clip, draw mag. Again, switch. Easy enough. Honestly, these are good for beginners, but I highly recommend you get a good quality one. You can put stuff on the back if you want to. I haven't used this yet, and well, apart from a few videos, this has let me down, but like I said, it's 20 quid. I can try and modify this if I want to, if I can be bothered, or just scrap it. It's no big loss on my front because I've already got a number of chest rigs which I will go over at another time. And that's it for this holster. Let's move on. This is my fourth holster. It is a tactical drop leg holster. This is my left side holster, and I'm going to be honest, I bought this off Amazon. I thought it was going to be great. Boy, how wrong I was. Now, they may sell good quality ones, but from this particular brand, I highly recommend, from my own experience and opinion, do not buy from this company, okay? Because they may sell good quality ones, okay? But the day I got this one, something must have been going on in the factory, I can tell you that. So, honestly, this thing is rock solid. You can't even flex it, bend it, or anything. I tried cutting it to fit in my pistols. Again, poor quality there. The buckle system is horrible. I'm going to show you the buckles. Look at that design. And more importantly, I've actually tried to adjust this closer to my thigh, and literally it is limited. So you can go further out, which makes no sense whatsoever. But if you can see from here, and this goes for both straps, I'm trying to pull it in as far as I can. Look, it's not even moving. And I can't get it closer to my thigh. So this is a poor design, and honestly, I will never use it. So, not even worth my time going into it any further or using my pistols. It's not worthy. It belongs in the bin, like so. Let's move on to something better though, shall we? So, I've only got a few more holsters here. The next one So I'll take this off here. Funny enough, meet the counterpart. This is my 5th holster, my right side tactical drop holster. And I bought this off Amazon, and guess what? This is great. It actually does the job. So if you're trying to find a left-handed version one, get a good one, but not that particular one that I've just got rid of. So this one is great, easy enough, can go on the belt. Obviously, you have to slide it onto the belt. This one, for some reason, doesn't velcro around the belt like the others. Easy enough to adjust around your thigh. And the best part is, above all, you can customize it for any pistol you want to. So I'm going to show you now. 1 button, loop secure. Again, you can adjust with the velcro. You can put 1 mag in, or speed loader, your choice. So I've got my pipe in here. Slot in, like so. Now, hopefully, I say hopefully, I did use this. Now, there we go. Now, there you go. Now, I have used this, not actually at a field, but I've done a few little tests in the backyard. Obviously, I like to crawl, move and everything, so this is very heavy on my leg. And I'm not a fan of thigh holsters because, again, I like to move, I like to be free to run and do everything, so having that constantly remind me on my leg, not the best option, so bear that in mind. Again, it's preference, but you can see it fits the revolver. Secure it. There's, fits the M1911. Fits the Glock, hopefully. Again, if you need to adjust it, it's quick and easy. So, just getting this on here quickly. Fits the Glock. And again, just to show you quickly how easy it is to adjust it, pull the Velcro, pull the second part, there you go. And it's that easy to adjust. So, can I recommend this? Yes, this is a good holster. Again, if you've got an MK23 with the long suppressor, you might want to consider one of these, or a belt holster. Can highly recommend these, especially for beginners. If you're looking for that tactical, cool look, yeah, you can get one of these. But again, practicality. Do you want something on you that constantly reminds you whilst you're running? Again, that's up to you. But let's move on to the next one. So definitely recommend that one. Now, I've got 3 holsters here, all varying. So these are not molly whatsoever. So what I've done quickly is I've taken off the rest of the holsters off my belt. They move around loosely on there because they were not meant for that specific tactical belt. They're actually designed for other belts. But again, if you can use a holster for any belt, fair enough. So let's move on. So this is my 6th holster. Now, I bought this in my very early days when I started Airsoft. Cheap, as you can see, it's been worn, torn. It is reliable, to a certain degree. It is Velcro closure, not a button closure. So I'm going to show you quickly. You can put a revolver in, and just give me a second to Velcro it. As you can see, there is a bit of movement there. Honestly, Velcro does a good job, but I would prefer a button closure, so consider that. Also, because on the belt, look what happens straight away, it starts slanting, so that's not good at all. And again, it constantly reminds you, even with a heavier pistol. It does come with a mag pouch on the front. Do not use that, okay? Like I said, this is just cheap, nasty, and, well, you can use it for your apocalyptic loadout if you want to, which that's why I've kept it. But no, I've lost mags, simple beginner rookie mistakes by putting a mag in here. I haven't lost a pistol, thankfully, but yeah, Velcro wasn't the best option, and this was cheap and under £10. I bought this in an Airsoft shop that I don't go to anymore. It does fit the rest, so you can put an M1911 in, like so. Velcro, apologies, trying to do this all. Fingers are cold. Again, you've got the same thing, heavy metal, it will move. It's going to happen with all pistols, but again, Glock. Try and fit that in. So there as well. It will constantly move, and I have used this a few times in games when I first started and realised straight away just keeps moving around the belt, and you have to keep moving it back around. So it can do the job for cheap and cheerful, but at the end of the day, you're going to be spending on another holster. So it depends. Like I said, I might use it for an apocalyptic loader. That's about it. So that's holster number 6. Let's get that out of the way. Put that down. Let's move on to holster number 7. Now, I bought this particular one to go with my DPM rig. Simple reason, DPM camo. And if you look at the back, you've got 2 instead of 1. And again, clip closure, you can adjust it. I'm going to show you this right now. I believe this was designed for the UK Browning pistol, I believe, or any pistol that was smaller than the ones I'm about to show you. So there's no point, I'm going to show you this just for a laugh. So you can put it in the revolver, and you can try and adjust it, and it will fit. However, again, it is a bulky thing. You can obviously secure it like so. Less movement. Sorry, I'll turn that around. Less movement. So it is an option if you want to go that way. Always support your local camo. Take that out. You've got the M1911. Again, bear with me. So this can almost go in the whole way. You can try and force it in, but at the end of the day, you don't want to be having that hassle. So easy enough. If you can see this, even just there, clip it, and again, you can secure it as best as you can. It will move, and like so. So again, not great for the M1911. Again, you can try and adjust it if you want to, but again, that's preference. All of this is preference and recommendation at the end of the day. Glock 18. Again, put in and secure straight away. And what's good about this one is, unlike the tactical vest, you can pull it, you can adjust it, and it's solid. Good old surplus when it works. And again, there's going to be slight motion, but you know it's not going anywhere. But it will be a constant reminder to make sure it's there. Okay, I've just had that habit, obviously, in the last couple of years playing Airsoft, where I'm always checking, because losing a pistol, well, it's valuable. Now, let's put that there, let's close that. Moving on to my last holster, number 8. Now, this is an old Soviet holster. It was designed for the VZ61. Essentially, it's a Cold War era machine pistol, and just think of it as like the Glock 18C of its day. Again, I'm not a historian or gun expert, but you get the reference from single to full auto. So, what was curious about this one, one of the items that I did buy, which I mentioned earlier, relates to one of these holsters, but I won't give you any spoilers just yet. So, what was brilliant is I found that this holster, and I have taken it out onto the field to try it, before obviously COVID-19. So what's great is, you can fit the 6-inch Python in there. It is heavy, and it does move around on my belt. And I highly recommend, if you're running like I do, when you're running, secure, hold it, because then it's easier to run. Because when you try running freely, properly, this does move around, so just bear that in mind. But it does fit the revolver, which is impressive. Take that out. Easy enough to draw, and in my videos, if you haven't seen it, check it out. This is actually the holster that I used to get the revolver kills. You can fit a Glock 18 in and secure it. Yep, as you can see there. So you can push it in further. It may move around, even if it comes here. I wouldn't trust it 100%, but you know it's still in there. Take it out. lastly, the M1911. Again, so you can put an M1911 in there. Again, it can move around, even if it comes to there. So, again, you can fit other pistols in holsters. Again, when the end of the world comes, you'll use what you got. That's my simple philosophy. So that last part you saw wasn't my holster, it actually belongs to my good friend Sneaky. Really appreciate the pictures and footage that you sent, and I can honestly say that is a great option for any Glock wielder in Airsoft. Highly recommend it. I used it on my tactical belt, I put it on my side, and it worked perfectly. I didn't have to keep putting my hands, check it was there, it didn't wobble, it didn't move around, it was solid, and you can attach that to any molly attachment, so consider that as well. So that leads me to my last part, the third part, payment. Now, you've seen this video, my holsters, my collection, and you've seen cheap and cheerful, cheap and nasty, good, average, pricey. Expensive will be like more like leather holsters or anything that goes above 50 quid, essentially speaking. Again, it's your choice at the end of the day, your preference, so consider that for payment. So, time to finish up. Now, this video was aimed at beginners. Hopefully I covered quite a few things today. If there's anything I missed, feel free to put your answers in the comments down below. I'll try and get back to you. And yeah, that's it for this video. So, like, comment, share and subscribe. Don't forget to click the little bell icon so you know when the next video is. I enjoyed making this video. I look forward to making the next video. The most important thing you can do is stay safe.